Hello, everybody. My name is Doug E. Fresh, and this is Voices. I look at, first of all, the thing with Donnie, it was personal. It wasn't business, it was personal. Because I felt like he needed to be acknowledged, and I wanted him and the people that were there to feel my level of sincerity about how I felt about Donnie, about the energy, I felt about him. And on that same note, whenever I'm performing, it has to be sincere, because that was the base that it was established on. It can't be something that I'm doing just because I gotta pay my rent, or I'm doing this and I want people to I'm doing it for props or my ego. You know what I mean? So I perform from a space where I started it. So I still have fun because the reason why I'm doing it is still the same reason. Like say you and your boys, when you was younger, y'all used to go play ball and you just enjoy having fun with your friends playing ball. So now if you become a professional basketball player, do you still have that same kind of fun? Or are you doing it just because of the check? Or are you doing it because, some other reason? So now I'm not saying it's a bad thing to want to achieve greatness out of what you do. But I think that when you take away the reason that you're doing something, I think it changes the energy of it. So I feel like my energy doesn't change because my reason has never changed. I never did it to be the richest rapper. I just wanted to make sure you feel me the most. You know what's worse than getting old? Not getting old. So a lot of people don't want to embrace that. You know what I mean? And then the way you age is determined by the way you live, as well as the way you think. See, sometimes you could eat right, get a lot of sleep, but you just can't control the stress factor. So that might age you. Then you can be, and I really lean more towards that I think a lot of people, I think that you can't lose the fun. You can't lose the excitement. You can't lose that passion, So when I'm doing shows, or when I hear, or I go to a show and a little kid, I'm seeing him there doing the Dougie, and I see him going in and all of that, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, all right, good, this is good, let's get it on, B, let's pop this off. I still feel the same way that I did before that I do now. There's no separation in it. When I hear people sing songs, or people come up to me, one day a young man came up to me, he had to be no more than probably 13, 14 years old. He had a record with my face on it that he drew, and then he had some other songs that he went through, and he was asking me to sign them. And I was looking at it and I said, we in the age of information. Right on your phone, boom. All of the information is there. Some of it is not always accurate, but at least you have something to work with. So when I hear stories like your brother, or I look at kids that are 13 and under, or I watch kids do a dance, or do the beatbox, or sing words to Lottie Dottie, or whatever song they choose, I look at it as a blessing, because it mean that it resonated in their space, you know what I mean? And it's okay, it's cool. Even if they take pieces of it, because Lottie Dottie is a song that is considered to be the most sampled hip hop song of all times, and in the top 3 to 5 of all times in the world. So I'm looking at it as the energy that we created made this thing happen. But what was that secret ingredient? What was the mambo sauce? What was the sauce? What was the thing? And when I look at it and dissect it, the thing that it comes back to all the time is fun. It comes back to fun, and I was enjoying myself, which is the same thing as what I said about performing. You see what I'm saying? So if you lose the reason why, if it changes, the effect has got to change. Well, it's funny, one of the people that I did that to, I try my best to do it to everyone. But one of those people was Bushwick Bill. I'd have to say maybe a month before he checked out, or around that time. Me and him did a performance on the Tom Joyner cruise. We were on the deck. So it was me, him, the Ghetto Boys, and Janet Jackson. So when I was coming in there, they just got on. I was supposed to get on at that time, and they were supposed to get on first, then Janet, then we was coming on to close everything out. But it didn't work out that way. She got on, then they got on. And then when we was leaving, and me and Bushwick was really, really tight. Like, we used to hang out together, he'd come to parties, we'd perform together, you know, we sit around and talk, and Bushwick was a straight shooter. You know, what you see is what you get. So using him as an example, I do my best to giving people the love while they're here, because you never know what's around the corner, you know what I mean? And that's not just with artists, that's with everyone. You know, I do that as much as I can possibly do that. And then the other thing is that I give it to them in a way that you know, it's not acknowledging what they did. I'm just letting you know how I truly feel about you. So the acknowledgement is in my communication. It's not like I gotta say, yo, I like you did this, you did this, you did that. It ain't that. It's I feel this way about you. You know, because we've been rolling this long. You know, like I'm seeing people out here in DC that I haven't seen in a long time. And when I see them, you know, it's just a genuine connection and it's beautiful. So I try to practice giving that energy every time that I'm with a person. And even if I'm angry about something or I get a little disturbed about something, I don't hold on to that too long. You know, I experience that feeling, get rid of it, and I keep that love going, you know? That's me, that's what I practice. So I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, let's go. The top 5. I would say number 1 would probably be 3 Little Birds by Bob Marley. And I'm not doing them in a particular order to say, this is my best, because since you gave me this little tricky question, I have to give it my own. I would have to say that one. I would have to say Stevie Wonder, Isn't She Lovely? Or something like that, because it's just so nice. And I don't know the name of the other one, but it goes, na, 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 na. I would call it na, 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 but I'm not gonna do that. Just, okay, that's number 2. Number 3 would probably be, let's say, Purple Rain. I'd say, man, this is too hard, man. I can't do this right here. Of any genre. See, that's why this is like too tricky. Any genre. I mean, I gotta throw Man in the Mirror in there. I mean, you know, you can't even, you gotta go there. How you not gonna go there? And I believe that the last one would be, damn, it's a toss between, if you want me to stay, I'd be around the way. It's a toss between that and It's a Family Affair. It's a toss between those two. Come on, B, give me 2 of them, man. Just give me 2. That's the same artist. Sly and the Family Stones. I take those 5. And I like those 5 really because I can feel it's something that's so real about it. You know what I mean? All of them are real in a way, like their songs like the songs are giving energy. You know what I mean? It's like it's just giving you something to me. All of them have that common thread of, you know, it's giving you something instead of just wanting you to, it feels like it's contributing to giving you another perspective on life, or, you know, like the way the music sound. And then when I hear that sound, it's capturing a time. You see, that's the other thing. When you hear a certain sound, it takes you back to that moment. And if it's done masterfully, you're gonna go right back to that time when that thing happened. You cannot get away from it. It's gonna trigger it. You know what I mean? So all of those songs, I guess I feel a particular way about, and I pretty much worked with I pretty much worked with 4 of those people besides Bob Marley. You know, so maybe that's another thing too, because I worked with Larry Graham, I worked with Prince, I spent time with Michael Jackson, and I performed with Stevie Wonder. That's like my Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? So, and I guess from the Caribbean perspective, because of my life and all of that, and then also the song about don't worry about a thing, you know, the concept of it, you know what I mean? I think it's helping people it's releasing people from something. See, it's too deep. You got me in a deep space. I can't, I'm going too deep with this question in a way.